we started talking about that we said we're going to start talking about division. We finished with multiplication, now we're going into division. So starting with division, we have some vocabulary that we need to write down first. So division, the word divide means to break into equal groups or to separate into equal groups. Well, I'm going to move my hand in just a minute, Sebastian. Division means the operation of making equal groups to find the number in each group or to find the number of equal groups. The operation of making equal groups to find group. Q-U-O-T. Q-U-O-T-I-E-N-T. Quotient is just the answer to a division problem. Yeah. All right. The next thing is the divisor. The divisor is a number by which another number, it is a number by which another number is divided. So it is a number by which another number, when I show you what it is, you'll all right. So this number right here is the divisor. dividend. Make sure you put divisor on right here. Dividend. Dividend. Yes, it will. Just a second. The dividend is the number to be divided in a division problem. It is the number to be divided in a division problem. All right, so this number that's under here, under the house, is the dividend. Because it's getting divided in too. Good, you write this down? And then the last one is our remainder. Remainder is the number left over after dividing into equal groups. It's the number left over after dividing into equal groups. So you'll have R, and then right here would be your remainder. I'm just going to write it up here because I ran out of room. Remainder. That says remainder right there. I just couldn't fit it. Couldn't fit it in my box. You should be able to read every one of these. Alright, so we're going to look at the different strategies to use for division. There are more than one strategy, like we did multiplication, there was more than one strategy. Division has more than one strategy to use, so you don't have to just use one particular strategy. You can use whichever one's easiest for you. So if you have run out of room, turn your paper over.
Yes.
Turn your paper over. If you don't have room, we're going to talk about one of the first strategies. value strategy. Place value strategy. Oh, this is good quick now. I'm just going to put it at the top of my paper. Strategies for division. I think this is the better pen I can. You can. Strategies. What? No. Division. So we said the first one we're going to look at is the place value method. Now, we're just first going to be looking at a 2-by-1 division problem. So we're going to be looking at simple division problems. So for the place value, for example, if the problem is 78 divided by, bring it back Friday. 78 divided by 7, here's how we would do it. So I'm going to draw my place value chart, and I see that there's only 2 digits, so I'm only going to need my 1s and my 10s.
He thought you was calling me because I had my phone like this. Oh, I have a white phone and you have a tan phone?
No? It's silver. Silver or white? All right, get your notebook out. Get a piece of paper. Paper. So what we're going to do is you put the amount on the place value chart. So we have 7 in my 10th place, so I'm going to put in 7 dots. And then how many in my 1s place? 8. So I'm going to put in 8 dots. Let's do it divided by 2 first. Let's do it divided by 2 because let's not do a big number yet. Let's just do it divided by 2. Sorry, I just decided to change my mind for a minute. So when we're dividing, we're making equal groups. So if we're dividing by 2, that means we're going to circle groups of 2. So that would be 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups of 2. So 2 can go into 7 how many times? 3 times. 3 whole times. So I'm going to put my 3 up top because that's part of my quotient. Now I say do I have anything left over? I say, what's 3 times 2 is what? Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would put that 6 down. Are there any left over?
1.
Yes, so when I subtract, I get 1 left over. But I cannot do anything with this other than move it over to my ones place, because it would be 2 into 18 instead of 2 into just leaving that there. So I have to move this over. And if I move this over, I'm adding how many to my ones place? 10. So I'm going to add my 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now that one's been taken care of. Now I have 18 left over. So if I counted all of these dots, I would have 18 dots. Or 18 ones. Huh? So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say, how many groups of 2 can I make with 18? So I'm going to circle my groups of 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many equal groups of 2 do I have?
8.
Excuse me? Count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 equal groups. So that means 2 times 9 is what? 18. And then I subtract. Is there any left over that are not being circled? Is there any left over that haven't been, like there was 1 left over. Is there any left over on my ones place? No. So my remainder is 0. There's nothing left over, so then there is no remainder. Let's look at another one. Let's do let's do 47 divided by 2. So we're going to put it on our place value chart. Tens, ones, so how many am I going to put in my tens place? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many am I going to put in my ones place? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because this represents 47. 4 tens and 7 ones equals 47. That's why we learn about expanded form before we do multiplication and division and place value. So now, how many am I going to have in each group? How many am I going to have in each group? 2. Yes, because I'm saying 47 divided by 2, so I'm dividing it each row into groups of 2. So I'm going to circle my groups of 2. So that's 2 groups of 2. So I'm going to put my 2 up top as my quotient, part of my quotient. There's a total of how many circled? 4. There's a total of 4 circled. Because 2 times 2 is 4, so that means it leaves how many left over in my tens place? 0. So now I go over to my ones place, move over to my ones place, or is what they say, they bring down the 7, and I say, all right, 2, how many equal groups of 2 can I make out of 7? So I'm going to circle my groups of 2. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 groups of 2. How many are total in those groups? There's 3 groups, but how many total? Not 7. We're only looking in those 3 groups. 6. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's not enough for me to have a 4th group. Okay? This is what's left over. This is what we call a remainder. The number that is left over after dividing into equal groups is the remainder. So I would say 7 minus 6, which would give me 1, which right here, this is my remainder. So I would say 23, because there's 2 groups, 3 groups, so 2 tens, 3 ones, with a remainder of 1. I don't know. Right. Probably. Is it an emergency? It's not an emergency? So you can wait till lunchtime? Okay. Huh?
It's an emergency.
It's an emergency? Okay. So I'm going to let you try one on your own this time. It's not going to be hard, but just... Divided by 3. 65 divided by 3. If it is so-and-so divided by 65, the number on the outside, the divisor, is the amount that you put in each group. The amount that you circled, that's how many you'll need in each group. Again, the number on the outside is the amount you put in each group. So it's groups of 3, not groups of 2. If it's divided by 3, then you put 3 in each group. If it's divided by 4, you put 4 in each group. Okay. Remainder of how many? How many you got left over right here? 4. Nope. That's your big groups of 2. All right, let's look at this one. So I put 6. 6 in my tens place, 5 in my ones place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I am dividing it by 3, that's how many's in each group. When I'm circling them, I'm doing groups of 3. So I say, all right, that's 1 group of 3. That's 2 groups of 3. So that means 3 can go into 6 2 times. Pay attention, everybody should be looking up here. Goes into it 2 times. 3 times 2 is 6, because there's a total of 6 that are in a group. Are there any left over? No. So I subtract, and that'll give me 0. That'll mean there's nothing left over. Now I'm going to bring down my 5, and I say 3 into 5. So now I'm going to do another group of 3. There's 1. Is there enough to make a second group of 3? No. I can only do 1 group of 3, and then I have a remainder of how many? 2. Remainder of 2. Because I said, all right, well, 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract gives me 2 left over. So that's my remainder. It is 21 with the remainder of 2. Seven divided by 80.
Are we doing this for ourselves?
6. Yes, try it by yourself first. How many is going to be in each group? 7. Huh? All right, let's look at this problem. Okay, I'll wait a minute. We have just a few people waiting. What? Yeah, I tell you, you're right. Everybody. So how many goes in my tens place?
8.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many goes in my ones place? 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, how many is going to be in each group?
4.
Excuse me? How many is going to be in each group?
7.
7. I'm making groups of 7. So I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I group that together. So how many groups of 7 can I get out of my tens place? 1 group. So I'm going to put that 1 up top. Okay, and I'm going to say 7 times 1 is how much?
7.
7. Because there's 7 total in here. And then I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 7 means there's how many left over? 1. Now what do I do with that 1? I put 10 over in my ones place. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many is really over here now? How many is over here now? 16, because that's how many. So I've already used this, so I can cross it out. Now I'm making groups of 7 again. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to group that together. Now I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to group that together. I have 1, 2. Do I have enough to make a third group? No. So how many groups do I have?
2.
2 groups. How many is total in both of those groups? 14. And that means it leaves me with how many left over? 1, 2. So I have 12 with a remainder of 2. Huh? Well, this is only day 1. So we'll be getting into more of this. Huh? We're going to be doing
I
this.
have a gym at home.
Okay. We're going to learn all the different strategies.
A bunch of arm equipment, so that weights.
All right. We're going to stop right there.